Hey, what's going on, friends? My podcast every day is broken up into two parts on the free platform. The first part, Act 1, is right now. When it's all done, go right on over to Act 2 to get the second half of the podcast. Thank you so much for checking out my show. Hello, friends. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the Impact Power Sports Studio. Impact Power Sports, they sell Yamaha golf carts. Wouldn't that be fun? Tooling around in, perhaps an ATV, UTV, side-by-side, snowmobile, scooter, dirt bike, e-bike, Dirty Sanchez, lawnmower, snowmobile. They have it all. All those things that are loud and bug your neighbors. Bug your neighbors today with one of those from Impact Power Sports. You can find them online at impactpowersportsmi.com. I'm back to the scene of the crime this weekend, and I'm kind of excited. Now, when I say I'm back to the scene of the crime, it was 2 years ago this week that I marched my ass into the biggest camper and RV show in the state of Michigan. 200,000 square feet of RVs. Now, I typically would go just to look. I had no intention of purchasing a motorhome. So, last year's show was January of 2024. And I already had my original motorhome. It was older, 8 years, but still fantastic. Never a problem. Never a problem. It was one of those kind that highly functional, but not that fancy or anything like that. It was the kind of motorhome that, I'll even show it to you. It had like a van front end with like a bunk above it. But the fucking thing was sweet and massive. And it didn't do me wrong at all. It was so much fun. This is what it looked like. That's it. That's the coachman. And there was it would slide out on both sides, make it extra big and roomy. Had all the amenities that you could want. And it slept a ton of people. You could put 10 people in that thing. And seriously, I took it everywhere. I drove it to Montana twice. I drove it to southern Utah. I drove it down to Tennessee. I took that thing up north everywhere. And it had this, it didn't have a V8 engine. It had a V10 engine. E450 Super Duty for those of you keeping track at home. And never a problem. Never a problem. And best part, it was paid off. I just bought it when I bought it. That was back in the days of hockey money. So, okay. I walk in there and I have no intention of, and then I see a guy I know. He says, "Hey, yeah, I'm selling for Thor." I go, "Yeah?" And he says, "Yeah, I want to show you something." And we walk up to what is now known as the fraud bus. And I'm like, dude, no. Take one step into it, and Pooh Bear is in love. Now, typically for something like this, you should do like research. But I guess I don't do that, or at least I didn't then. Becca Shea says, did you beat his ass when you found out it was a lemon? I couldn't be angry at him because he's so sweet, even though I got ripped off. It's hard to say. I cannot believe that he would intentionally try to sucker me, but it sure seemed like it. Walk into that thing, and it's beautiful. And it really is. It is a beautiful-looking vehicle. Motorhome. Never had anything like that. I mean, it's a step above. It's a mid-level, while as the one I had was more like a lower-level one. But amazing. It did great. And I go, well, if that one was great, this one's going to be even better. So we get it, and that's it. You know, I walked out of the thing, and I said, all right, let's do some math. Let's talk. So right there, we did the paperwork. I sold them the one I had. Half an hour later, I own this thing. I'm like, and I was excited. I was happy. I had no idea what was in store for me. It was the type of deal where you get it, though, and basically I drove it from the dealership that day in January when I picked it up a week or so later. And I just took it right to where I store these. I keep it stored indoors. I don't want to keep it outdoors because it fucks it all up. Which, by the way, if you plan on doing anything like this, ever buying an RV, when it says, this is what people do when they go to the RV show. They just see the price per month of whatever it is. It could be a small pop-up or it could be a motorhome. And it's not that much. And that's true. It doesn't look like that much. But you got to understand, insurance is a huge undertaking. Not to mention storage. And you need to store it inside. I just got a bill for insurance for the fraud bus. $401 a month for the next 4 months. Or I could just pay it off at once. Not to mention, it's $1,200 for me to register the fraud bus, just to get the license plate on it. Gasoline. It gets 8 miles a gallon. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. I could say to you that this is the last foolish purchase that I'll ever make. And I think it is the last foolish purchase that I'll ever make. But I'm old. How many more foolish purchases can I make at this point in time? Now, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't a huge pile of shit. The very first trip, it's 150 miles one way. But it was, for whatever reason, I put the generator on, and the thing ran for about 90 seconds, and then it stopped. That eventually led, by the end of the next week, to me having to drive it to a specialist to repair it. And then he's like, yeah, it's the whole engine on the generator is shot. And I go, okay, so it's 1 hour old. He goes, hey, that happens. I go, no, it doesn't. It doesn't happen. You can't build something, put it in, and then it breaks on its own. So I don't know what the fuck happened. That same trip, it rains, and there's water pouring in from where the air conditioner sets on top of the unit. Eventually, it was learned that they set it on in the opening where it's supposed to be, and then you have to fasten it with the bolts and the nuts, whatever the fuck. They didn't do that. So water's just pouring into the fucking thing. Most of the problems on the fraud bus, were caused by poor craftsmanship, quality control. This started a dialogue with me and the manufacturer and the dealer that stretched all the way to the following year, so about 18 months. This start of spring of last spring, I took it. It was the whole goddamn first year was a disaster. Year 2 starts. I take it out first trip. Another fucking thing explodes on the goddamn thing. Catastrophe. I have a temper tantrum with the piece of shit who runs a dealership over at General. And then I said, fuck you. And then I said, that's it. And I left. And now I'm selling it. Okay. Problem. You know how I said I didn't do any research? Apparently everyone else is, because when I put mine up for sale, no one called. The ones that I did get a call from, like I forgot what I was asking, $130,000, something like this. Yeah, looking at the track record of this thing, I'll offer you 75. 75. So I'm in, okay? And then, so as I'm finishing up the summer, and I didn't take it out anywhere this summer. It just sat. And then I was, so basically I got it out of storage, took it out once, agreed to sell it. It sat. It didn't do anything. And then let's go winterize it because it's time to lock it away for the winter, which it is right now. And then I said, all right, I'm taking it off the market. I'm going to drive it till the wheels fall off. So this is what you have to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up in the spring, big stretch, Bruce. I am taking the fraud bus back out. And I said to my brother-in-law, Mike, and he goes, so what's up with that thing? I go, it's back. It is back. I'm driving that thing till the wheels fall off. I might just drive it over the bonfire and let it burn. My God. So now, as of this moment, there is nothing wrong with it. All right? There is nothing wrong with it. So here we are, January 13th, February, March. We'll probably have it back on the road by April or May. Cole says move it to Fear Bunker North and Airbnb it. Absolutely not. I don't want anybody in my shit. No, I'm not. That Airbnb shit, you understand that's a business. If you are Airbnb-ing anything, that's your job. Okay? Cole says, basically, you just lost a whole summer of use with it. Right. But at the time, I was trying to sell it. So it kind of had to stay put. But now I'm like, fuck it. I don't even give a shit. So it's totally back. I mean, if I'm going to pay this amount of money every month, I'm just going to use it. All right? So the adventure resumes coming up this spring. And I bring this all up because this is the weekend of the show. And so I'm actually looking forward to it. That's one of my favorite things to do is go look at RVs. You know how like you all have hobbies that you like? I like looking at campers. I don't know what my deal is. Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe Idiot will go there and then sell it and get yet another one. Anything is possible. Anything is possible with me. I would like to think that I've learned a lesson and I know better now these days. But there are things that go on in my brain that we cannot account for. There are things going on up there that who knows what will happen ultimately. I will probably run into the dude who sold me the disaster. I probably should kick him in the balls. Josh in Borculo says they won't give you a deal on a trade-in. Well, let's put it this way. Like right now, the math goes like this. I owe north of $140,000 on it. Right now, let's say I went in there and they go, hey, we're going to make you a deal. Right now, they would probably give me no more than 70. Okay. So now let's start with that off of the principle. That means I owe another $70,000 for that one, and I have no RV. Oh, well, let's buy another one. So then you buy another one, and you're in an even worse scenario. Rebecca says $140,000 is insane. Tell me about it. And it was $190 when I bought it. Yeah, I don't think any of my options, which are being offered in the chat, that suggest I buy something, are not an option. Don't forget, I was trying to sell it as recently as 2 fucking months ago. Becca Shea says, and you had a perfectly good one paid off. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I did. Megan says, but you didn't let me try. Yeah, that's true. She swears she could have sold it for me. Chris says that thing needs to get struck by Jewish lightning or an Indian tire fire. Now, those are slurs. What those are. Those are slurs for light it on fire and get the money. Yeah, I can't do that. I cannot live with that type of anxiety of breaking the law and committing insurance fraud. I'm not going to do that. I would rather, look, you all are getting more joy out of the fraud bus than I am. Alan says those slurs are funny. They are. They are funny. I admit that. I would use that, and I have used those slurs. I love them. Nick says you should have gotten a 2500 Chevy and a fifth wheel and saved $50,000. Oh, let me guess. You've got a 2500 Chevy and a fifth wheel. Yeah, thanks. You make me feel so good. Chris in Buffalo says, I'm going to send you a fraud bus neon sign for the interior. I don't know how you go ahead and get a fraud bus neon sign, but I would absolutely take a picture with it and send it to you or post it and make it available of the fraud bus. Now, in the unlikely event that we go the entire summer without any incidents, that would be fantastic. As it stands, I have a big trip planned. It's going to be Pooh Bear, myself, Madison, and Ash going to Tennessee again. We're going to hike. We're going to see bears. We're going to tow a car, and it's going to be awesome. The car I'll be towing is a car I've had in the EZ car parking lot for quite some time. That is the 2015 Honda Civic Hybrid. Now, all right. So for years, I've towed a vehicle on a trailer. It's a dolly. I don't want to do that anymore. It's a pain in the ass, and I hate it. So I want to get rid of the tow dolly. So I need to tow the car with all four wheels on the ground. And to do that, there's a piece of equipment you have to buy. You have to install it on the car. but not every car can be towed behind a motorhome. However, the 2015 Civic Hybrid can. So Jacqueline, my daughter, she drives that car. Now, this is so, you're going to laugh at this, and you're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? But as the years have gone on, as the kids have made the transition from kid to adult, I haven't really done a good job of letting them figure out that they have to work for the things that they want. So instead of actually teaching them that practicality, I said, fuck that. It's easier to just buy them a car. So everybody's got a car, and it's in my name. Jim's got that Dodge. Madison's got that lesbian car, Hyundai, whatever it is, Veloster. And Jacqueline's got this Civic. Okay? Megan says you might want to check with Eric or Steve about this from Irvine. Sometimes there is a risk for the hybrid systems when towing. This is correct. And I have looked into that. There is a piece of equipment that I have to buy that is too boring to get into. But yes, I have actually looked into it. And the folks that install these warn me of the same thing that you're telling me about. So thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate that. So they all have got their cars. Now, this Civic Hybrid's older. It's got 190,000 miles on it. And then, so I approached her because there's some updates that need to happen to it, that mechanically, to keep it running. And I said to her, I go, hey, why don't you give me that car back? And she's reluctant. I go, I'll tell you what, I will buy the car back for the Blue Book value. So, yes, I give my daughter the car, and then I have to buy it back from her. That's happening. Now, that's probably what you're like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And, yeah, this is kind of like a holdover from that gift. It wouldn't make any sense if I gave her a car and then made her give it back to me. It wouldn't be fair because the other two, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? David says that is your next foolish purchase. No, it's a great car. And the Blue Book value on this thing with that many miles is like $4,000. It's a great car for driving around in the winter because I don't want my truck to rot any more than it is, and to tow behind the RV. Nick says, my huge prediction, EZ forgets a step while flat towing and turns the transmission to powder. So anyway, I'm going to buy back the car that I gave to Jacqueline. But hold on. This is a gift that keeps on giving. It needs some work on one of the systems. And she calls me yesterday. She goes, hey, how about I sell you the car now? And I go, I'm not ready for it now. You wanted to do it in May. And she says, yeah, I know, but it needs some work. I just talked to Megan. And so I said, hang on. So I talked to the folks over at Irvine's. I figure out what's going on. And I call her back. And I said, I got an even better idea. How about you guys got to think I'm nuts. How about I just pay for the repairs? And she said, okay, that sounds good. Now, I did say, can you pay for some of it? It's like a $1,200 job to get it repaired. And you might be like, well, why don't you just get rid of the car? No, I don't want to do that because it's still a great car. You know? So she's going to give me some money, probably like $50. And then I will get the car repaired. And then, I get the car back. And then I've got a great car after I buy it off her. It's outstanding. It's a great way to do it. Hey, this is Eric Zane, and your information is being sold online. You know, the personal stuff. Search your own name. It's surprising what's out there. That's because people are taking your information and they're selling it. I've got a way to make all of your personal information disappear. You are not for sale. Whether you agreed to it or not, that information is available for people to buy and sell. Not okay. It's 100% true. Data brokers make billions selling your private details, and you get nothing. You don't even get a choice. Aura lets you fight back. AURA. They remove your personal data from broker sites and keep it off. Aura also alerts you fast if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura is more than just data broker removal. It's a full digital security suite that protects every part of your life online. Aura gives you a VPN to stay private, antivirus to block threats, a password manager to keep logins safe, and spam call protection to cut off the scammers. Aura also scans the dark web for your most sensitive info like your social security number, bank logins, and passwords, and notifies you instantly if they are exposed. And if your identity is ever stolen, you're backed up by up to $5 million in insurance and 24/7 U.S.-based fraud support to help you recover quickly. And right now, you can try Aura free for 14 days when you visit aura.com/remove. AURA.com/remove. That's enough time for Aura to start removing your personal information from data broker sites. Sign up today at aura.com/remove and get the peace of mind that your privacy, identity, and finances are safeguarded. AURA.com/remove. Certain terms apply. See the site for details. Look, I don't have a choice in this. Remember I said each kid got a car. If I buy it back from her, that's the way to do it. If I just take it back, it's not fair. So that's what's happening. Megan even says, she says, it really is a good car. I'd buy it. Yeah, it's fantastic. It does exactly what I would need it for. So, all right. It's kind of something that's percolating on my brain right now that we're going through. Car is getting repaired. Tofa says, great car, except you're going to buy it twice. Yes. That's like the right thing to do. I mean, if I give the other two, a gift like that. Look, you guys seem to forget. You take care of your children. This is part of a bigger picture. I have no estranged family members when it comes to my immediate family, my children. We all are, they love me. Okay, I have done nothing sideways, and I have not skirted anything. It's always been the best for them. What I do every day, I do for my wife and my kids and my dogs. That's it. Chris says, wipe their asses now so they'll wipe yours later. Exactly. You know? So I've got a plan that one day I may need these people to take care of me. And that's what I'm preaching. All the while, the family's banded together to take care of my dad. So this is going to work out great. Y'all can shut the fuck up. Maureen says we gave each of our 3 kids a car as well. We have yet to buy one back. Well, that's because, I mean, in this scenario, this car is great. Donko says, but how can you afford this? You're just a stupid, unemployed podcaster. Yeah, I don't have a job. I have no money. I don't have any money. I wave a magic wand, and then things happen. Borculo Josh says, taking the repair money off the cost of the car? Kind of. Murder Lover Linda says, I'd given my kid more than one car. Hey, that's a great idea, Josh. Let me call Jackie about this. She's at work. Chris says riding that Dunkelman money. Oh, you give Dunkelman a spoon. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm podcasting.
Oh, hi.
I've got an even better idea about your car.
Is it dumb?
No, it's not dumb. I'll pay. I'm just breaking the news to the audience that I gave you that car and I have to buy it back.
Yeah.
How about I pay for all of the repairs and just take it off of the sale price?
Well, it doesn't really need all the repairs you said.
No. You know this repair that we're getting done that cost about $1,000?
Yeah.
Why don't I just pay the whole thing of that, but it comes off of the cost of the car?
Oh, that's fine.
So that, let's say you were going to charge me $4,000 for the car, and it costs $1,000 for the repairs. Now it's $3,000.
That's fine.
You sure you don't need to discuss this with your husband?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's fine. I'd rather do that than pay you now.
Chris wants to know if you know where Maddie's DS case is.
No.
Can you scream at work at the top of your lungs, Dad, I gotta go?
No. I had a loaner car from Irvine's, you know?
Yeah. By the way,
So
Megan's listening, so don't say anything bad.
No, I won't. I was just saying I don't have, like, my aux cord, so I can't listen to my music, so I had to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
The radio sucks.
What did you discover?
I just hate, like, when they're talking in between songs. Like, the things they talk about are so stupid.
On any station?
Yes.
What about
like
the one? See, I don't talk at all when I'm on my station in Grand Rapids. I talk for maybe 15 seconds.
They talk about the stupidest stuff, and they try to be funny, and they're not funny.
Yeah. I know, it's terrible.
And I popped on to 97.9 for a second this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like some Big B commercial that Free Beer was doing, and it was like the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
A Big B commercial was stupid?
Yeah, he was like talking about some caramel latte. I'm assuming he had to say it, but
yeah.
It was just dumb.
You know, he talked recently. He was talking on his podcast, and I was getting beat up again. And not his podcast, his radio show, and I was getting beat up. And he goes, yeah, that's weird. And he goes, I love his family. His family's great. And
he said that?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, they don't think that about you. Aren't you like friends with them on Facebook?
I think we're friends on Facebook.
So do you should start commenting. You know what you should do?
No.
You should say, man, my dad's lost his mind. He's lost his mind. He's crazy. He's obsessed with you. You should really just.
Ew. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't like to. I do like to instigate, but I don't like to instigate as much as you do.
When I pick a fight or say something awful, what goes through your mind on Facebook?
Well, I know you only do it when someone does it first, so I don't really care. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is. I don't like go out of my way and just randos. I don't know you and just say, "Oh yeah, you're fat." I wait until they say something mean about me.
Yeah. That's fine. I know Mom doesn't like it, but
she doesn't like it when I get in fights?
No.
What does she say?
Well, I just think she doesn't like it because she doesn't like what people say about you when you do it. And I'm like, I don't think he cares.
So are you selling?
He knows what he's doing.
Are you selling plastic today?
I am.
Is anybody there at work? Are they sitting around? Is there still a guy there that listens to Free Beer all the damn time?
Oh yeah, every morning.
Oh my God.
He's over in the corner. He just listens to the trivia mostly, I think.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Megan has a question. I don't get it. I don't understand why she's asking it. But it says, does she have coworkers that sell, and it says penis pumps?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I mean, I've heard of it, but I thought maybe it was an inside joke.
Maybe she thinks I sell like medical equipment.
Oh, okay.
But no.
Yeah. No. And that's what she wrote. She said, is she still selling in the medical field? No, I don't think Megan, she never did that. She had.
Well, I did for a little bit, but it wasn't stuff like that. It was just like anesthesia equipment.
Okay.
But it's almost been 4 years here.
Yeah, Megan, come on. Get with it. What are you doing? Jeez, I'm going to have to sit you down like Amanda. Okay. All right. Have a nice day.
All right. Love you.
Okay. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
You guys just saved me some money on the price of that car. I wouldn't have thought of that. I wouldn't have thought of that at all. Tyler writes, hey, EZ, just delete the podcast now before Megan regrets saying penis pumps. Hey. Ooh, yeah. Hey, sorry. I know it's 3 a.m. on Sunday. But, 4 weeks ago when I in the chat, I said penis pumps. Can you go ahead and blur my name? Can you actually just delete all your episodes? Would that be okay? Is that all right? Ooh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you could actually stop podcasting and maybe like change your career. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Oh, ooh. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Kuipers says I could spend hours at the camper and RV show. You know what it is? When you walk into every single one of those, it smells new. I'm addicted to that smell. That's what I'm addicted to. Rebecca says, sometimes Megan lets the ADHD thoughts win, and it's funny every time. Correct. Thank you for getting the show on Twitch, watching on Twitch. Some of you are watching it on Facebook, but that is not what the cool kids are doing. Oh, O'Neill's crying. That means he's got to go potty. I'll take a break in a second. If you are watching on Facebook, I'm going to exile you for the rest of the day, not because you did anything wrong, but I kind of like to give you a taste of it. Sometimes I go much longer than a taste. And encourage you to sign up to get the whole show on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That is twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's if you want it live as it happens. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m.-ish. Friday, 9 a.m.-ish Eastern Time. Audio podcast wherever you download shows. Patreon, separate platform, more shows. In fact, Thursday is a Big Fraud Thursday, featuring show number 84 of Who Are These Free Beers, and yet another episode of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Patreon is powered by your dollars and cents. $5 a month for audio, $10 a month for audio, video, live streams. Pay for a full year, save 10% off those costs. What was what was 60 for audio is now 54. What was 120 for audio, video, live streams is 108. Before I let you go, Facebook, this is my latest t-shirt. I've teamed up with Shoreliner Striping. They paid for a fantastic 6-month run to be on the back of the T-shirt. Thank you, Shoreliner Striping. They stripe parking lots, athletic fields, and the floors of workplaces that, well, need to be painted. Think about factories, things like that. Anyway, stale beer and cold wings defector. If you used to listen to the old show and now you listen to this show, even if you don't, it's still a fun thing to wear. Or even if you didn't find me that way, it's still a fun shirt. And you can get it in like a billion different colors. Different colors, male fit, female fit, all different sizes, whatever you want. You can also get it in a hoodie, crew. You can get a sticker if you want. You can get a refrigerator magnet, all sorts of merch. You can get a pillow, for God's sake, with this logo design. You can get it in the show notes of this podcast or by clicking on this spot online. I'll share it with the Twitch crowd. You can see it for yourself. If you're on Facebook, I'm sorry. You just have to go to my website, ericzaneshow.com, click where it says merch. There you go. All right. I will be back in mere moments. O'Neill is saying, look, I got to go, man. So I want you to hang right there, and I will be back with more podcasting. I'm back. Everybody went potty. All is well. Okay. Talking about Nick subscribing with Amazon Prime. It's free. Nick says, yeah, it said it was $5.99 a month. I don't mind paying if the money goes to EZ. It does go to me. It goes to me whether you subscribe with Prime or you pay $5.99. Maureen says, yeah, if you did pay for it, then you must have done something wrong. Because if you subscribe with Prime, it's free. You do it at, I don't know, it blocked out the link for some reason. I think I've got a, what do you call it? I don't know why it does it, but it blocks links. I got to adjust that. But you only get one free month. Did you already have a free subscription this month? And I guess you have to renew it every month. Oh. He says, I've just been watching without commenting since EZ locked it down. I think you've got a bunch of those coins, too. What are those things called? The units or the... fuck. Some of you use those to comment. It's too bad that I had to do that. That one asshole ruined it for everyone. Literally ruined it for everyone. I have to keep myself safe. And when my serenity and my mental health is compromised by some sick, manipulative son of a bitch, I can't let that slide. I have a strict don't fuck with me in real life policy. I don't give a shit who it is. I will cut anybody out 100% of the time. Doesn't matter if they're a family member or a person I've known here or a friend. Fuck you. No. All right. Some stupid woman saw that she could get a bird through Facebook Marketplace. And the guy said, all right, the bird's $50. And then, so she sent him $50. And then he said, oh, yeah, there's a bird import fee. It's $100. So she sent him $100. And this continued until she was broke. This makes me feel better about the stupid purchases that I make.
Crooks running an online swindle have left a Grand Rapids area woman considering bankruptcy.
Our Target 8 investigators have over the years reported on con games that lure buyers in looking for puppies.
Remember there was that one, and then there was the woman who thought she was dating like Rob Lowe or something like that, or some celebrity. And so it was those romance schemes. Oh my God!
Well, tonight, Target 8 investigator Henry Erb tracks a bird scam.
A charming canary.
Okay, that sound right there from the bird. That's enough to make me never want a bird. Why would you? What the fuck is this? Great. I'm getting a potential phishing scam. All I wanted to do was watch that story. Cole says people this dumb don't deserve money. Branjo says birds. When my in-laws passed away, we had to rehome 4 of those fuckers. Big crates, like 6 feet tall. And don't birds live for like 500 years? I don't think it's that many, but some of those birds do live a long time.
Running an online swindle have left a Grand Rapids area woman considering bankruptcy.
Our Target 8 investigators have over the years reported on con games that lure buyers in looking for puppies. Well, tonight, Target 8 investigator Henry Erb tracks a bird scam.
A charming canary song from a tiny bird that looks like it's wearing a fringy hat.
It has a little top hat.
That was all Diane Munoz wanted.
I wanted a canary bird.
Oh, my God.
And it's called a Gloucester.
What she got was a journey through delight to despair at the keyboard touch of a cruel con artist.
So how much money are you out, actually?
What's up with this chick's face?
$4,000.
Wow.
The crime scene was online.
It was all text messages from that company.
The price of the bird was $200, but then came charge after charge, supposedly levied by the shipping company to ensure the canary's well-being. 95% of the charges would be refunded, was the false claim. The evidence is in the texts. There were charges for a crate rental, registration and vaccination, treatment fee, license fees, state clearance fees, documentation, stamps.
Couldn't she go to the place in town that sells these stupid birds, like PetSmart, and just get a bird? What type of moron would do this?
Totaling thousands of bucks.
They would say that there was a vet fee.
She looks like He-Man from Masters of the Universe.
That I would have to pay because of an inspection.
You can tell, you can hear that she's trying to formulate the words here. And she can't. She's so stupid.
And they'd make it sound official.
About the time Diane was getting suspicious, her bank jumped in because of all the withdrawals. That saved her a couple $1,000, but the crooks nearly emptied her bank account.
I'm seriously considering filing for bankruptcy.
It's a very common scam.
West Michigan Better Business Bureau Vice President Troy Baker says these scams...
They should have never let her have even $1, okay? This is the type of person that's so dumb. She should be like chained to a radiator and scrubbing floors or something.
Target people longing for an animal companion.
We've seen it with dogs. We've seen it with cats. I even seen it with sugar gliders.
There are no real animals, just pictures online with a sales pitch, put up by apparently heartless grifters who don't seem to care about the damage they do.
At the end of the day, they just take your money and disappear.
Not all business has to be done online. By the way, her boobs are too narrow on her chest. He-Man here.
And ordered the canary from a Facebook site calling itself Thomas Birds. And she's not alone. We found other people posting on the Gloucester Canary Breeders Forum that they too had been scammed by Thomas Birds. One of the victims said they talked
goes by Thomas Birds.
to Thomas Birds at a 620 area code phone number. Of course, we wanted to have a word with Thomas Birds.
Of course, it's just going to go right to voice.
We found that the scammers are very good at staying hidden.
Just what to use are busy.
We also saw that same phone number popping up at other online bird sites, such as Martin's Exotic Birds, Adam's Exotic Birds, and Kim's Poultry Farm. Kim's Facebook page gives an actual address in the small Kansas town of St. George. But that address is actually a single-family home on a residential street. No farm, no chickens, no surprise.
What we have often found is that either it is a real address that they
You should say, what we have often found is that the stupid people that exist in the world will continue to fall for these ridiculously easy to identify scams because they are so stupid. All right, that is Act 1 of the podcast. Act 2 is available right after this one. Go check it out. What are you doing? Don't miss a second of it. Thank you so much.